saw that late. It was early morning. I was like, I can't hit him back now.
I'm just teasing. You call whenever you want, nigga. I'm just saying. I'm just teasing, though. But yo, we just won this game. The fucking match was beautiful, and I got my first emote crown. The crown win, nigga. Hollywood was death defying the shit I think.
You was like, Hollywood, you didn't get nothing. Oh shit, you got 9.
Hey man, run that intro, man.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. Welcome to the Everything Talk Show. DJ DC Hollywood, Born DJ Watts. Call in at 443-734-1016. Once again, that's 443-734-1016.
Yeah. And I'm eating rice, y'all. And I'm eating a burger with no bread, but I'm eating it on a patty, like a waffle.
Is it a burger if it doesn't have bread?
It doesn't have bread.
Hey.
It's a patty at that point, right?
Patty LaBelle.
That's what we call it. I'm eating Patty LaBelle.
10, 9. Yeah, and the countdown starts.
Yeah.
It's live. We live.
And we live once again.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? I'm DJ DC Hollywood, aka Duck Sauce the Goat. Yeah. Along with Wong King, aka Kevin Smith. Jay Watts, aka Where's My Shirt? And guess what, y'all? I have the mic the right way. You can hear me now.
Yeah.
And guess what? I am in rare form. You know why? Why?
What's that? What's going on?
I caught up with our red friend.
Okay. I know how you feel.
Yep. You can tell by the smile on her face by the way my voice is talking to y'all people today in radio land and podcast land.
That nigga say, yep. He on his Teddy Riley shit right now.
Happy Monday. If I could sing, I would be in my sing stuff. It's like,
Right on.
What's good with y'all, man? What's good with y'all?
Another wonderful day in paradise, brother. You know how it goes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I do. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Don't have a reason to complain about a goddamn thing. But shouts out to the DMV, shouts out to BMG, shouts out to Divine Unit, Born Divine, shouts out to Shamika Bottom Line Entertainment and Wu-Tang Management. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Vega Dawn, you know what I mean? Shout out to the whole wide world. My man Jay Watts, aka Where's My Shirt? And you can IG him at at J_Watts82. And my man DJ DC Hollywood, aka Duck Sauce to Go, bitch. So yeah, we kind of live. The way we have this energy going, though, it feel like a Friday around this motherfucker.
It really do.
Yeah.
Welcome to Friday on a Monday.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Welcome to a Friday on a Monday. And guess what?
It's actually been 8 years.
Yes, I do.
Get me real frustrated.
Don't you do it, Steven. Don't you go bananas.
Oh, it's happening.
It's happening.
You know what? You know what, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, Hollywood gonna get his ass for the atrocity of that. I hate that thing. Okay, I hate that thing. and the reason why it's gonna be violent because we still ain't get our bomb drops yet. You know what I mean? We did talk about that. We said we want bomb drops something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Come on,
Being
man.
selfish over there on the board.
I'm telling you that's what I hear on this thing. I don't know why y'all don't hear it.
So look what I did today. Finally, I didn't. It's not prep for the show, right? But I turned him on today. So we're gonna have our bomb drops on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My man.
Yeah, hey, look. Only reason why I say that is because look, I'm hitting it. It's playing. I don't know why y'all don't hear what I don't hear.
Don't you worry about it, Hollywood. Wednesday gonna be.
You know what? I am so. How would that work?
How what work?
Okay, so what do y'all hear when y'all hear this?
That would be silence.
Nothing. Crickets.
Wow.
I didn't even.
Anywho, we have an exciting show for y'all today, man. We have an exciting show for y'all today. Our conversation like that can go on for a long time.
Ain't nobody going ahead. Crickets.
I don't know why. Y'all can hear the pre-recorded sounds that they put on there. I don't know why. Maybe it's something in the settings. I don't know. Anyway, what's good, fellas?
What it do?
We're gonna break it down, man. Welcome to another
wonderful day in paradise.
Yeah, we doing the huddle up tonight. What's good?
Hey,
we going over the 10 Commandments for the black man, and relationship wise.
It's always good to have a huddle up.
The 10 big commandments. Whoa.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's
the 10 big commandments.
Speaking of huddling up, guys, I'm gonna join. I'm gonna start playing Fortnite, man.
Oh yeah. Come on over to the fold, bro.
I feel like my skill is needed elsewhere. Just gotta take my talents to Fortnite from Call of Duty.
Hey, look, hey, Watts. I promise you, you're going. It's what you never thought. Born was the same way.
No, I played Fortnite.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's right. He did play Fortnite before. That's right.
Yeah. You remember?
I'm not playing that.
Remember the little person that used to be here? That was her thing. So.
Yeah. Come on, welcome, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch on over, man.
Welcome, brother.
Yeah.
Why do you say it like that?
I gotta get a hard drive though. That's the only thing holding me back. I just got to buy a hard drive, so I've been slacking, but I get one.
Man, hey, look, yeah, you're gonna need a hard drive with all the updates they doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got them games take up so much space, but anyway,
they do though. They do. But
crazy.
You know what though? What I'm learning since I'm in this gaming world full time right now.
Yeah.
Computers versus consoles versus computers.
Yeah.
I never even thought about a computer, about gaming at one point in time. I'm a console dude.
Mm-hmm.
But these computers
are insane.
Whipping ass with these computers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, using a mouse and the direction keys on the keyboard. Yeah, like that. I can't. That ain't even in my lane. But I gotta give it to them though. They will fuck you up with the aim with the mouse though. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like eating me though.
Yeah.
But shout out to all my gamers out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Twitch.
Yeah, I'm fine with the shooting and all that other stuff. It's the damn building on that game.
No.
We do no builds.
No. We do 0 builds.
Yeah, no builds.
No builds.
And what's the point of playing Fortnite?
Shit,
if you can't build a fort.
Oh, we hide in them. we can find some things. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna build the fort.
I don't really know too many games that are better than Fortnite at this point, though.
What?
I'm sorry.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Ghost of Tsushima? You're out of your mind.
And then we can hear that shit. Now we can hear that.
You heard that nonsense.
Right. No bombs dropping around here, no goddamn.
Yeah. All right, so what we getting into tonight, man? What we talking about?
Let's
talking
go into
about
the 10 date commandments, bro. Let's go.
I can dig it.
Man up Mondays, motherfuckers.
Man up Mondays. I like it.
Man up Mondays. I like
Hashtag
that.
Shit.
Yeah.
So which one we gonna choose today? Today is the 22nd. So let me think. Y'all want to do like number
you can
2?
Introduce something. You can introduce something new too. That's up to you. What's number 2 on the list?
With Hollywood Flash.
Well, what's number 1?
Ain't that a bitch?
Ain't that a bitch? I mean, I got the list. I mean, I can go.
Yeah, I got the list.
Let's go with number 1.
We just said what's number 2. How the hell did you jump to number 1?
Yeah, exactly.
How did you not start with number 1?
I mean,
You could just randomly pick one and build off of it.
So we're talking about the top 10, right?
Not the top 10. I mean, to the best of my knowledge, just you know what I'm saying, it's a plethora of information, so we could just choose. I mean, if you want to go through all of them, we could do that too. I mean, that's why he said just which one or whatever. So I don't know.
Go ahead, y'all decide.
What's number 1?
You tell me. You got the list.
Have clear dating goals, guys.
Did man?
Only because I didn't write down number 1.
Hey, but you know what though? I would really like to expound on number 2 a little bit. Be honest with and about yourself.
Yeah.
That's a good one, because we always talk about social media platforms and people and what they do, you know what I'm saying? So characteristics of a good person for a relationship, a healthy relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy Settles. Peace, Kathy.
What up, Kathy?
Pastor Kathy, how you doing?
So you said number 2 is be honest with and about yourself, right?
Yeah.
I didn't pull the list up yet.
Yeah, be honest with and about yourself.
Well, thank you, Kathy.
Yes.
That's Pastor Kathy.
So
No, I'm saying literally that's Pastor Kathy, and she knew me my whole life.
I feel I'm sorry that she had to go through that.
You know what I mean?
We're praying for you. You pray for us. You had to deal with this guy his whole life.
You know what
you
I'm
are
saying?
in your prayer closet on a regular basis.
There's some extra holy water with that too. Yes.
Anointed oil and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, come on, somebody. But
go ahead, man. Take it away.
I think one of the big issues, like let's talk about that. Be honest. I think the most important thing is be honest about who you are. I mean, I guess that takes you have to know who you are and be honest about who you are to yourself first, because if you can't even be honest with yourself, you're not gonna be honest with anybody else. That's just a fact. If you continue to lie to yourself, then that's a facade that you'll put up. And you'll start relationships with people based on lies. Yes. If you, as a man, I don't want, like I said, we're not talking to the women, we're going to get on the men. But if you got things going on in your life, you know what I mean, or you don't have nothing going on in your life, you know what I mean, be honest about that. And
I mean, even when you don't have nothing going on in your life, you have something going on in your life, even though it's nothing.
Well, yeah, I mean, some people ain't got nothing.
Yeah, some people just don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a fact for real.
Yeah,
that's why they call it parasites and bottom feeders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you know what? It's why do people make it so hard to be honest? It is not hard to be honest. You have to be able to accept. You have to be able to accept what people say. and be able to deal with what people say. I think people aren't honest sometimes, or if not majority of the times, because they're afraid of what somebody's going to say to them, or they're afraid of rejection. Hey, what's the worst that can happen, people? She say no. I mean, guys, what's the worst that can happen? She
Well,
says no. So what? Move on. That means that's not the person that was meant for you. Because if that person was meant for you, she would have said yes. She would have said, "Okay, yes, let's go out on a date. Yes, I have time to talk to you."
well,
Don't try and force something on somebody.
I was
Don't.
just going to say, it goes a little bit deeper than that. You like even all the way down to getting a job. Like you have people that really just don't put the truth out. Like some people are just designed, set up mentally to scheme. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that becomes a way of life on a lot of different levels. You know what I
See, now
mean?
you about to go into something else.
Yeah, it's
No,
generational.
no. It say be honest with and about yourself. It didn't
Yep.
say relationship wise. You know what I mean? Go to therapy isn't just the relationship thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we're saying you have to be totally at peace with yourself or on that road to understanding that you do need, some improvement.
Right.
So, it's like you can't put it like this. You can front like you're a person that's trying to improve yourself. But what you do when you get into a relationship with somebody that is into self-improvement, it'll start to fade because you're not doing what a person that deals with self-improvement will be doing. You know what I mean? So then it's like a whole lot of excuses. It's the same thing with getting a job. Yeah, I can do that, sir. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be a good worker. After that 90 days is up, everything down bottom. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, people just, they don't necessarily always they are not always forthgiving. You know what I mean? Like truth is a dirty word. Some people feel like, they got to put on the mask, man, in order to survive in this society. So that's what we're dealing with for the most part a lot of times, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
A lot of people, I think, may feel that way because of how society is, how social media is. 'Cause social media does play, I feel, plays a big role in it too.
Absolutely. So that's why when earlier you said it's easy to be honest. Why is it so difficult? I mean, that's one of the reasons it is difficult because these a lot of people compare themselves to what they see on social media. These young men, so they see the lifestyles of these celebrities and these high profile people, and they also see that the women flock to those guys. So what do? They want to be those guys. So they're actually not those guys. So only thing they can do at that point, instead of working to get to be those guys,
and
they
that's
try to fast track it and just take pictures. They'll stand in front instead of going to get the Mercedes. They'll stand in front of somebody else's Mercedes just to take the picture. When all you
I
gotta do
heard
is, search
I
yourself up.
heard something interesting today.
Okay. Let's see.
I forgot whose podcast I was listening to, but one, it wasn't the Everything Talk Show, but two, the other thing they was talking about was how what you was talking about, women have a big role to do with that, especially black women when they do stuff like gray sweatpants day, and how all that drags into toxic masculinity.
No, I mean, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You obviously did see our man Reds today. Because with Reds.
No. What did you? Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. Instead of laughing, hear me out. Find out why. See, it's stuff like that. When somebody says what's on their heart, and what they believe, it's stuff like that. You said, it says right there, be honest. I'm being honest.
What are you talking about with gray sweatpants, man?
Yeah, yo,
No,
masculinity. What the
I
hell?
said I said when you was talking about the stuff that females do online, so on social media, on how they say men should be this way, men should be that way, or how
Uh-huh.
they look at men and how it makes men feel. This is the shit. This is the shit that starts how toxic masculinity starts by just. I'm just talking about how like the female's role in this is. Because
Okay,
I don't.
so what you're saying is you feel cheap when you wear gray sweatpants and women.
no, man. What I'm saying is, I feel that they are coming for us when we start to stress any type of emotions. When we start to when we start to say how we feel, because they are so. Most women are so masculine now.
But listen, I don't mean no harm, but women didn't make us toxic as far as for masculinity being concerned. And as far as for the claims being concerned, I think that's all based on women wanting the softer men so they can run over top of their ass, hence the word simp. So you know, with women dressing with sweatpants and things of that nature, I mean, a sweatsuit is a sweatsuit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't blame nothing on women. And you know, my whole set, well, everything that I say is basically based on men. And I think that the way that women react is the end result of men not really being men. I think there's a lot of boys out here, and because they might have a certain job status or certain material items, that they consider themselves to be men because they can pay a bill. But other than that, knowing how to treat a woman, you know what I'm saying, that's enough to make them say, hey, almost every dude I done ran into is the same way. What makes you different? And you know, women can be defensive, but on the other side of the tracks, men can say the same thing. But I'm not going to blame anything that a woman feels all on them, because I always say, man, like men, we supposed to be the protectors and the builders, you know what I'm saying? So if we haven't built anything for our women to go work in, or our children to have jobs and, you know, stuff like that, for us to survive as a nation of people, then how can I blame her? It's not her fault. She's only basically showing a reaction to what we as men are not doing. So we have to atone for that, bro. I went to the Million Man March when it first popped off. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm just gonna say y'all don't understand at all where I'm coming from or what I said. So
no. I see what you're saying, but I think what we're saying is that we want to fix the men first.
I know exactly what you're saying.
I mean,
but I'm talking about their role in it.
What's that role though? You have to.
The thing is, if a man is doing what he's supposed to do, the woman will have no choice but to fall directly into her role.
Facts, bro.
But you have to be playing your role first. You got to be a man first.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't think a lot of women are like that at all today. I disagree. I don't think a lot of women are like that at all, or a lot of us would not be in the situations that we are in.
Well, let's allow the women to discuss that amongst themselves and fix themselves. But I think at first we got to worry about what the men are doing,
right?
And we got to get us. Yeah, accountability is key, and responsibility.
And
we as
agree.
A generation that have a generation coming up, or several at this point, coming up under us. It's our plight to teach them the right things to do, so that we don't have to this continued cycle, because we're not getting married, we're not staying together as black families for the most part. And I think that needs to change, because not too long ago in the 60s and 70s, people are still alive that were alive then. We were married at an 85% rate. We were married more than everybody else, but now we're at the bottom now. So I think some things need to change. I know it. And the thing is, I'm not pointing fingers at women, because if we're supposed to be the head of the household, we got to fix the head first.
Facts, bro.
I'm sorry. It's either going to be, if we know that we're not, so it's either going to be one or two things. one species is going to be at fault, and one species is going to be not at fault.
And I think, okay, I hear your point, but I don't think that anybody's at fault. I just think that things have happened over the years that we just need to change. We need to
And
reverse.
whose fault is it for letting it slip?
The black man.
Oh, the black man. Yeah, it's our
Okay,
fault.
so like I said, if it's not one, it's the other. It's
I mean,
only
but
two
if
people,
you
a male and a
that's if you
female.
want to put fault on somebody, I would
Right.
I would take the fault. But I just don't think anybody's necessarily at fault.
Right,
it's just
right.
that situationally things have changed. I mean, society changes, so naturally people within the society are going to change and evolve. So
Yeah, if you don't come out of a 2-parent household, and which most of us don't, then how do you really know how to have a relationship? Not unless you're going to have somebody, instruct you, or you take up for yourself to read it and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like we like, once again, it still goes on to it always goes back to how you raised and all that other good stuff. So it's like, you as a man, if you kept seeing, different dudes leave out your mama house, you know what I'm saying, and you got a different uncle every 3 to 6 months or some shit like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just being real with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a youngster, you gonna come
Baby,
up,
this is your Uncle Rodney.
you know what I'm
Baby, this
saying?
is your Uncle Tyrone.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, when you come up like that, your perception of women is kind of like is not as mature as it should be, put it like that. And it's the same thing with the females, you know what I'm saying? So we both going through the same thing. My whole thing is this: once again, if we can't sit back and understand that we both coming from situations where we don't really have too many positive, like, think about who our so-called heroes are in entertainment. They're strippers, drug dealers, murderers, and hoes for the most part, and pimps. And let's be real about it. So we all still passing on bad information, even through the entertainment circuit, and then it's widespread through social media. So I mean, come on.
Hey, Born.
Wait. One more thing.
Right.
How many songs do you hear that are about a positive relationship? Tell the truth.
I don't know, but they
the
Born.
ones I'm creating.
I know that's right, because somebody gotta make it damn different.
Yeah.
Hey, Born.
What's up?
Say it with me. Where my bitches?
I ain't
Say it
saying
with
that.
me.
I ain't saying that. But but on some real shit, like, think about it.
Yeah.
How can you be yourself when everybody is teaching you to not be yourself? And that's kind of like the culture, because like people like Charles Dwight, he run around here saying fuck Nipsey Hussle, but then he says, I'm talking about that's the fake person. He said the real person, he mentioned his name. So I don't know his real name, I ain't want to mess it up, but
that's it.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he just, like, sometimes people, they don't know how to separate the two. But sometimes you be like, well, it is no separation, because I am this. This is the name that I chose to identify myself with and form this identity. So, we have identity. Matter of fact, America doesn't teach you to be yourself. So, take it there.
Yeah, society. That's what I'm trying. Everything that people put up, it's a lot of facades. That's why I tell people I don't care about social media. People only put up they only put the best parts of their life on social media. So,
28 minutes into this live. The best parts.
Yeah, but back to what we were saying though. A second ago, we really gotta. I don't like to speak on the female experience because I've never been one, and I don't know what they go through. I know talking to them, I know what they're sick of, so I can bring that towards bring that to the men, so we can talk about it and make some changes. Because I was talking to my cousins, and they were like, "Yeah, we're tired of taking care of dudes." I'm like, "All right, please explain to me what you mean," because in my circle, that I don't see that. I don't have broke dudes in my circle, and so. When they say, I'm saying, so is it like out of 10, 5 out of 10? They like, hell no. They like 8 out of 10, if not 9 out of 10 niggas is broke. Yeah. I'm like, damn. Like, we wouldn't know that because I don't date dudes, so I don't know nothing about that.
Because they're looking for the wrong thing. Oh no,
Who's
no,
looking? Who's looking for the wrong thing?
I'm not gonna say they're dating the wrong things, wrong people.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if that's what's out here, if that's what Jordy was out here, I mean,
right? It's not their fault. That's what I'm saying. Like they,
but they're nice guys out here too.
Yeah,
I'm not saying just because you're broke doesn't mean you're not a nice guy.
Guys get passed the wrong way because a female wants a certain thing physically.
I mean,
see, the thing is, they're broke guys that are still good guys. I mean, it's not like you're not a bad. They're not necessarily they're bad dudes. They just don't. They're not set up
to contribute
financially and to contribute and to actually hold down what I feel are roles that men are supposed to take on in a relationship where you're providing for your family. So
with that being said, I think that which one does that fall into? You said it was. Let me find it. Before you even not that.
So the one chip challenge. Not today. Not today.
Never ever again, goddamn.
Yeah. But
I bet. Go to therapy. Before you get into a relationship, you got to make sure you are ready for a relationship. You may say you want X, Y, Z. You may want this, but you're not ready for this to be a part of your life. You're not ready for this in your life, even though this is what you may want and what you know what you need, but you are not ready for it yet. Go to therapy. Talk to somebody. There's nothing wrong with talking to somebody to make sure that your head is straight before you get into a relationship. Because when you get into a relationship, you're bringing somebody else's. You're involving somebody else's emotions in it, and then it becomes real messy if y'all both are not straight. If you're talking about being head of a family, as a man, go to therapy, get yourself checked out, and be straight for that woman in the beginning of the relationship, and keep it going towards the end. I mean, all the way to the end.
Hey, wait a minute though. But listen, I ain't gonna lie. Everything don't always start with therapy either though. So I want to make that clear too, because one of the reasons why this is going on is so brothers can see something about themselves and maybe see it before they even have to take it to that level. The reason why I stress therapy is because our people look at therapy as if it's like something weak or whatever. So we're more reluctant to not go. But at the scheme of things, you still can find out things about yourself, and just as long as you're real with yourself. But once again, like for example, a 20-year-old dude that might be listening to this, or a 30-year-old guy that might be listening to this, could tell a 15-year-old dude how to actually really treat a woman and what he must have in order to be a successful individual on a real note. You know what I'm saying? So, it starts there too. You know what I mean? It starts with the older generation of men, you know what I'm saying? And just scooping the young up, because that's how we fix the problem per se. Like some people can be too far gone. They beyond repair, but you can always make a difference when you deal with the young. You know what I'm saying? So, those are the seeds. If we plant the message into them, they might not get it all right now or whatever, but at the same time, those seeds are growing in the long run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I agree. And one other thing before all of this starts, there's definitely one thing that I think Watts and Bourne will agree with me. It's like before you even get to the 10 commandments, relationship commandments for the black man, is one thing that you have to do first. Y'all know what that is, right?
Number 10.
Watch everything.
Go stream The Magician on YouTube right now. Go stream it. Go stream it right now. Y'all make sure y'all go check it out, man. Hey, look, I was not going to forget it. I said, let me figure out where I can squeeze this in there. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and
hold on, wait a minute. Let me cut you off real quick, nigga. Listen, I don't know why you be promoting this shit as if you don't have any hands on that project. See, this would be getting me. So y'all want let's be honest with ourselves around here. Let me say something right now. Let me put this nigga on blast.
All right, let's do it. Wow. Well, and there's that.
You know what I'm saying? We got a project. So I'm just saying, instead of him
He didn't
going
even know.
our project, you
Was
know what I'm
rapping
saying?
with you.
Our project or whatever, you feel me? Like, oh, don't forget to get born. No, I right behind that nigga, I was in that booth doing songs for that album.
Don't listen to him.
So at the end of the day, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah, we all appreciate that. Go stream the magician. You know, we hear you talking about it. Go stream the magician,
please.
man. Go listen to that, man. Go ahead and listen to Born King.
Yeah,
See what
don't
we got
listen
about.
to him. man.
We appreciate the humbleness. We don't need it right now, man. Just go
Right,
stream the magician.
nah. Just go do that, and then you can see me on stage DJing for him.
Yeah, no doubt, yo.
How about
Yeah.
that? Go and support me. Go do that.
Yeah,
You
no
gonna
doubt.
see me in the
man.
crowd rocking because I'm not working.
You gonna be on stage too? I don't know what you talking about.
Nah, I'm there to enjoy the
Hey, look,
show.
I was about to say that too.
I don't want nobody looking at me. I'm there to enjoy the show. Yeah, man. But yeah, just I mean, we say these things are what you need to do before you get into a relationship. But at the end of the day, this is stuff you need to do. Period in life. You know what I mean, there's certain
Continue
things,
to do it.
certain things in this list that is pretty much like you would think it's common sense, but a lot of guys aren't taught these things, so they don't know.
So, question: if a lot of guys aren't taught this, could it be called common sense then?
That's why I say you would think it was common sense.
Yeah, you would think it was common sense, right?
But it's not. It's not as common as you think.
It's
So
really not.
That's the sad part about it. Like,
So
there's really a lot of
call it
young guys that don't know.
uncommon.
Yeah, I mean, on no sense at all. Shit. It's like, it's uncommon sense.
Survival
The
mode.
list. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that don't know. They don't know the first thing about a bank account.
Yeah.
The only bank account they know is Cash App.
Yeah. That's you know what? That's the latest thing right now for me that I'm trying to understand right now, because it seems like people have replaced regular technology with some other shit that's not. I don't get it. Like, instead of just calling me on the phone, right? Some people, they put stuff inside of Instagram. It's not. I ain't talking about nobody in my crew, but other people that might want to connect with me might send shit to me on Instagram. But at the same time, it's like I keep trying to tell people I don't be on social media like that. Call my phone, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Text me. You feel me? That social media shit is just the platform for me to do business. If I did not do music, I wouldn't have none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm just being real with everybody. Like, I'm so comfortable with not being on the shit where people are trying to, like, it seems like they want me to be uncomfortable because I'm not on it like that. Like, the majority of the shit that I post is all logos, it's all coming from my website, and it's about music, it's about gaming. That I don't do nothing personal. I don't put none of my family, I don't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just, it's all business on them pages. So I don't communicate that way. But you know, with that being said, then getting into the Cash App shit, yo, like, people are like, what's your Cash App? What you mean what's my Cash App? Like, I don't have a Cash App, nigga. I got Google Pay. I even got PayPal. I had Cash App, but when I first had Cash App, my account got hacked. So fuck Cash App, you know what I'm saying? So I don't roll with Cash App like that no more. You know what I mean? And peace to those that do, but I'm on a more stable business platform now, and I have to have certain protections, certain securities, so my assets will be fully protected, not part of mine.
Yeah, I feel you. There's nothing wrong with having Cash App. I'm not saying that. It's just that don't have that as your main source and that's your only source of banking.
I agree. Not as your main source.
Definitely not your sole source.
Right.
As a source.
If you just want to have one just for some quick, you know what I mean, I get it, but you know, at the end of the day, it's like, no, that's not how you bank, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I use it for convenience. That's about
Okay.
it. But not even business.
Like
Business
like
is
for
more
me
for
today,
PayPal.
for like the lunch I had, that made me throw up.
Oh, that's
Mm.
I didn't have my bank card with me, so I could easily go on Cash App and take the money from my bank card, transfer it to my Cash App, and pay for my stuff. I didn't have to have my card with me.
Gotcha. Yeah, everything's convenient now, man.
Yeah. Or is it too convenient? Shit.
Yeah, I finally got an Apple Pay this year.
Oh wow.
Tap your phone thing. I was like, oh, this is dangerous.
I don't. Hey, look, I don't even have that because I lose my phone a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't
But
even
yeah.
rock with Apple. Android, baby.
Yeah.
Team Android.
Team both.
I know that's right, God.
Apple and Android. That way, there you go. I don't have like I'm out of that argument.
Mm-hmm.
Which one you like better? Tell you the truth, can't tell the difference.
Shit, I tell you,
That's
I'm
a lie.
always gonna be an Android fan just because it's an open source platform.
Yeah.
It's more compatible with everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's the
Which
only difference.
leads us to somewhere you were saying,
Get a trade or a career.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
get a
Absolutely.
trade.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hourly wage jobs are good for temporary or as
Mhm.
additional. But I mean, if you're young, that could be your main source. But when you get to a certain age, you know, you need to go ahead and get on something where you have upward mobility in a company. If you don't even start your own company, which is even better, but has some upward mobility. And you know,
Advanced through a company.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always just strive to be better, yo. Like evolve. Just have integrity while you evolving. You know what I'm saying? Don't be doing no crazy weird shit to get dough. You know what I'm saying? Stand on integrity. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that everything you do is going to be as righteous as possible. I know we all going to fall off somewhere along the line. That's just a part of this journey. But for the most part, when you get to these places in your life where you just be like, yo, shit look impossible, or you just want to give up, that's the test right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once you get over that, you know what I'm saying? It's like it almost never existed. Everything just evens itself out. You know what I mean? So, but hey, I'm trying to tell you, if you don't have no plan and no goddamn standard,
Right.
you don't have nothing, yeah. Remember that shit.
That's the truth. Truth.
It is.
Yeah. If you don't have direction, I mean, you can be moving, but if you don't have direction, then running in place.
I will always say, you know what I'm saying, like, even though I deal with my spirituality the way that I deal with it, but for the most part, I'm gonna say this. One thing as far as for standard being concerned with a relationship or with a family, period, you should have some spiritual something in place. Something in place. Because that's a way to keep everybody on point. Now, I'm gonna tell you the difference, like put it like this. How you keep somebody on point when you're dealing with these religions or whatever, or spirituality. The reason why you have that book is not only to refer to and read together and think and talk about what happened back then, but it's to apply to self. So it's like, look at yourself as the individual in the book, and then you ask yourself the question, do your ways and actions measure up to the standard of that person that's in that book? So a lot of people like to run from that. So we talking about know yourself too. So at the end of the day, it's like, if you want to keep making excuses for yourself, like, okay, well, I'm a baby in this spiritual system, and you've been in that spiritual system damn near all your life. What you gonna be a baby? How long you gonna be a baby in it? Like, you can't like somebody asked me one time, if I cut your tongue out your mouth, or if you just couldn't talk, how would I know you a Muslim?
Come on, somebody.
So it's through your ways and actions.
Mhm.
So at the end of the day, it's like I can't tell what you say that you are if I don't see the ways and actions or the characteristics of it. So, you know what I'm saying? That's one to grow on right there. So if you can't be who you're supposed to be in religion, in your spiritual system, then you most definitely, you know what I'm saying, need to work on yourself and just be real.
Right.
Because those are the people that hide behind these things. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like people like to use scapegoats. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, one of the main excuses is, well, if you like what they say, if you're not perfect, then you can't say nothing about me and shit like that or whatever. And I think that's one of the problems with the United States of America as a whole, period. It's like
Mhm.
when you have people saying shit like that, that means that a lot of people don't stand for accountability. People just want to do what they want to do, have fun have a free for all, for real. And a lot of people don't equate, what's the word? They don't equate positivity with having fun.
Right.
You feel me? Think about how deep that shit is.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Like I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I'm not gonna act like I wasn't a part of it or whatever, but at one point in time, before I stopped drinking and shit, I was just like you couldn't go to no party, nigga. Ain't no drinks there. What you talking about, nigga?
That's not a party.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
What you talking about, nigga? Like,
That's
no.
not a party.
You know what I'm saying? And I want people to understand this too. If you intoxicated at least about 85% of your time, nobody's really meeting the real you.
Come on.
And that's real.
Fact.
Yeah. All that means is that they're meeting 35% of you.
Well, I
Shit,
don't
well,
know how you,
the
I don't know how you,
percentage.
I don't know how you quantify that, but
Right,
you know,
but yeah, I'm just saying,
you can go
you
with
know.
35.
If you're drunk 85% of the time, you're not your real self, right?
No, I don't even have to say drunk. I mean, I'm talking about, nigga, if you gotta take
let's
3
go
or
with you.
more drinks a week.
No, hold on now. Let's get back to these numbers. You said 85% of the time. Yeah, go ahead, Hollywood. Now, how'd you get to 35? Yeah, exactly.
Because what's 85 plus 35?
A whole lot more than 100. 110, man.
Shit, man.
I know.
Oh man. Yeah, so
47 minutes into the live.
yeah. But yeah, get a trade, get a career. Don't be afraid to learn and get something new. It's not too late to get you one. Never too late to get you a trade.
Never too
or a
late.
career.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it, also, let me tell you something. Before we get to the stable living situation, it made me lose my damn train of thought. That damn quick. Well,
Oh, I know what you about to say. And y'all make sure y'all go to YouTube and stream The Magician.
Demetria, how you doing, Demetria? She's like more like 15% Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
But-
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Bobby Bob.
What's going on? What's going on? Peace and blessings. Thank y'all for coming in. Yeah. So, are y'all done getting on my math?
No, I mean, break
Oh,
it
yeah.
down.
Getting on your math. No,
Break it
you need to
down.
get on that math. But he said break it down. I think he's right. Big failure. But get a stable living situation. All right, cool. That pretty much speaks for itself.
Yeah, it really does speak for itself.
But think about it though. Now, see, stable living situation. Now, watch this shit. All I would say is this: we put too much priority in shit that we really don't need to put. And I mean, is like you need food, clothing, and shelter. So let's just break it down right there. You need food, clothing, and shelter. Now it starts to get confusing when people say, "Well, my food got to be this, my clothing got to be this, and my shelter got to be like that." So, you know what I'm saying? If you have a standard in place, you know what I'm saying, then all that shit'll fall into to perspective, but you do need your own place so you can set your own rules. You know what I'm saying? Because when you hit a certain age, you're going to want to be doing things your way, and you can't do things your way in your mama basement.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you want to argue with her. You know what I'm saying?
I like to think about it more primitive, right? So think about
Mm.
it. Think about it like back in the day, right? If you want a shelter, what you have to do, you had to build it, right?
Mm.
So as a
Yeah.
man,
Mhm.
you should go and build your shelter so that way you can bring someone in. You don't like. Why do you expect a woman, or your mama to build a shelter, have you in there, and then you make the rules?
Yeah.
When they're the ones that chop the tree and put up the mud to make the walls and everything, but you want to move in and make the rules and say you're the man. Well, if you want to be the man, then you go ahead, chop down some trees and build the house, and you bring a woman or your significant other in.
Facts, bro.
Just and we got a want for that. Okay.
I don't. I sometimes you just gotta understand it's called Planet Hollywood. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. You
You
got to
know what I
consider
mean?
the source. You know
You know what I
Well,
mean? So
it's all
yeah.
good.
No, I'm actually agreeing with what you're saying. That sounds for anybody that's dumb enough to not believe that.
Oh, okay. What? Well, I'll tell you, your timing was perfect to portray that message.
Ain't
Perfect.
that a bitch?
You know? Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
wait
you.
a
Yes,
minute.
thank you.
Yo,
Thank y'all. I
I
appreciate it.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, yo. Like the average concept of being like just independent is, I don't know, like some people are not ready to start from ground up. Like, for example, if you tell somebody about how to buy a car
Mhm.
and you're saying the difference between leasing and buying a car and assets and liabilities,
I'm on somebody.
the average person gonna say buy the damn car. Whereas though you can always, like I say this, if you want to buy a car, buy something that you don't have any payments on so you can own the motherfucker. At least you have that. You don't have it's not an extra bill. You took care of it. Only thing that the bill is the maintenance on the motherfucker.
Maintenance. That's
But
it.
but if you're gonna buy a car, yo, be real with yourself and lease that motherfucker. Yo, don't buy the car, nigga. Like, lease it. And I'm gonna tell you why, because once the car leaves off the lot, it depreciates in value anyway. So when you lease, you have a lot of deals and they offer you a lot just as long as you can stay in the parameters of the agreement said dealership. So look into that. But as far as for like being a man and adding that in there, you gotta have you gotta have transportation. Now I know things happen, you know what I'm saying, but you really have to have transportation. Now I want people to, well, my fault. I just want people to understand, like, it's easier, you know what I'm saying, when you control how you get somewhere. Put it like that. So in terms of jobs and shit, you can always say, well, yeah, I could get there, I could do this, that, the third, because you taking yourself or whatever.
I would say I would have to disagree.
With what?
I would say buy just so that you don't have an extra bill.
Huh?
Huh?
Oh, you're talking about pay it all the way off.
Yeah, pay it
Every
all the way
time?
off. Huh?
No, I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't like if I wanted the Benz. Well, let me clarify. Because everybody likes to get the high end cars in these foreigns and shit. You don't buy those. You lease those.
Okay.
I agree with you. I agree with you on those.
Yeah. That's why I said, like, if you can buy a regular car, for, you know what I'm saying, pay it off right then and there, like 1,500, do some shit or whatever to get around. Like, it's a balance. Like actually, you're supposed to buy, like, have yourself a nice little get around everyday car, and then you have the other car that you really don't put too many miles on until you're trying to do business, vacation, or show out.
Yeah, or they say the show off car.
Well, you know what I'm saying. So
I give y'all
go
even
ahead.
a better concept. it's called OPM, other people's money. So
Hey,
that's how you.
No, I do not do opium. It's
don't
weed.
don't
Want
get it
some?
confused with OPP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
OPM,
yeah.
OPM that Hollywood over there getting a part of. But
Yeah.
if you want to be, I know we talk about being financially stable, but the real goal is to be financially free.
Free.
And the way you do that is through OPM, other people's money. Get you some real estate, get you some tenants, get you some investments, however it may be, and have your investments pay for your lifestyle. You know what I mean? So that way you don't have to worry about how much it costs. I mean, you do worry about that. You always budget, but that's how you gain wealth and generational wealth by utilizing OPM. And I'm by utilizing OPM. Excuse me.
Don't get it confused with opium.
Mhm.
Yeah. Other people's money.
Oh, and you know what I was going to say earlier. When I lost my train of thought. What I was going to say is when we're talking about getting a career or trade, I think the best thing to do for anybody is to find out how to monetize your hobby. Anything that you would do for free for the rest of your life. You wake up every day and you do it no matter what. Find out how to monetize that and live a happy life.
Hey, not to cut you up, but I just said to Hollywood we should do a show this Friday based on turning your hobby and making it. I mean, making your hobby lucrative.
Yeah.
So Friday we can most definitely cover that.
Yeah. That's I think that's important. But yeah, are we talking about number 7 again, or we
stay in shape, go to the gym, learn martial arts.
Come on, somebody.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say stay in shape. Listen, sometimes you can not know that you're getting out of shape. Sometimes you could be putting in a lot of hours at the job. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it hit me like a ton of bricks one day, man.
Yeah. You gotta stay in shape. It's a whole lot of benefits. Whole lot of benefits. That gym, shit. If you can't go to the gym, get your ass outside. You know what I'm saying? And do some miles and shit for real.
Talking Mr. Nature Man right there.
do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Daily, like brushing your teeth.
You
should look at it the same way as brushing your teeth, doing some working out every day.
Yep. I gotta do my shit on the bench, you know what I'm saying, with the dumbbells and shit. That is like becoming like a every fucking day thing. I combine everything and wow, I'm just seeing the results, man. I'm like, wow. I'm like, hey, look at me. So yeah. Saying yo, like on some real shit, like that's it.
Yeah. I've and the thing about it, martial arts, man, I think that every man should know how to protect himself.
Yes, sir.
And learn some sort of martial art, whether it be
not gun fu.
Yeah. I mean,
hey, look, I was going to say something. I was just being quiet. I was just going to say, yeah, and if you don't buy a gun.
Nah, don't do that.
No,
I mean, well, actually, yes, do that too, because you want to have that level of protection as well.
Yeah, for your home. You know what I mean?
I didn't say use it, just buy it. Learn how to use it. If you don't know martial arts, because you can disable somebody, just by shooting them in certain points of the body. And
hold up, wait a minute. No, that's all wrong. Listen, brothers and sisters out there.
Don't.
Listen, oh my gracious. Listen.
What?
Okay, let me try to turn this around. On Fortnite. Ha ha.
Hey, who raised you?
Dude, God damn.
My man said, you hit people at certain points. Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's public knowledge.
No, it's not. That's what I mean by we passing on bad information as a community.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's learn that so you have self-discipline
Right.
Because when you know a martial art, you know you can protect yourself a lot more often than not. You're less apt to want to engage in fights and stuff like that. You just need more level headed. Shit, my
Yeah.
man said, "Go get a." Never mind.
Got
Are we
yourself.
even allowed to say that word on the live?
Got yourself. Got yourself a doom 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 do 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 do
I'm
do.
not saying I'm going after somebody. I'm talking about protecting yourself and
No,
protecting
I
your.
mean, listen. When you have a weapon in your home, first off, it's rules to having that weapon in your home.
Learn, and I'm saying you have to learn how to use it.
Oh, that's
Oh
a
yeah,
fact.
that's a fact right there. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's a fact.
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about just having it and boom boom. Nah, you gotta learn.
No. But when you said when you said like you can hit a person in a certain place, you know what I mean? To do whatever, like that right there, like
That's the
that
point.
right there. No, listen, that right there will get a person him the fuck up. Listen, because you don't
Exactly.
shoot to maim, you shoot to
Ew.
kill. If you pull it out, that means that person got to get hit in the chest, sent to mash, yo. So at the end of the day, it's like if you ain't doing that, and you know, especially if they find out that you do have a gun permit or something like that or whatever, and you just shoot a person just to be shooting them and shit or whatever in the course of your home or some shit or whatever, nigga, you'll never ever get another gun permit ever again in your life, for real.
Even if they're in your home, you can't shoot them in the back.
Nope, not even in the back, nigga.
They
Like
get to
that
running.
shit crazy.
That I know. That I know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like the whole thing is gun prevention. Like he said, like you have it to protect your home situation, like as a force of power. But that should always be your last alternative when you
I
have
agree.
a confrontation. You know what I'm saying? That's the last thing. That's you only use shit like that when it's dire necessary. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you know what I mean? Like you don't even fuck with those. But at the same time, it's like NRA, National Rifle Association. They have some good things going on. You know what I'm saying? So get involved in stuff like that if you want to be a gun owner, and also contact your local sheriff department. See who if they have any gun training classes and things of that nature. And there's a whole plethora of that shit. YouTube got commercials for all that, right? So I mean, it's everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. So yeah, learn your gun laws, learn to protect yourself. Martial arts is definitely a key element. So that way, even if you don't have a gun, you can protect yourself some kind of way. So stay in the gym and stay in shape. I personally, I don't know if y'all know, but I used to be that guy. I don't know if you see it. Yeah. I was a big boy. And yeah, I was.
You don't want me to show you mine.
And I was like, yeah, you actually, Hollywood, you a lot bigger when I first met you. But yeah, so I went to I definitely had to make some changes because I realized I couldn't even hardly go up the steps without breathing heavy, man. I was like, oh nah, this got to change, man.
Mm-hmm.
So now at 39, I'm in better shape than I was when I was a much younger man. So
got you. That's crazy. We got people dropping dead at 45 and 50 years old, yo.
Yeah.
Well, Master Flex was 55. I found out today.
Yeah.
Hold up, what?
I'm not Funk Master Flex. I'm sorry, K Slay. I'm sorry, DJ K Slay.
Oh, that's what I was about to say.
Hey, my bad. Hey.
Yeah, it's wild.
K Slay, rest in peace.
Yeah, street sweepers, yo.
Yep.
Hey, like think about that.
How was raised? Hollywood.
Yeah.
How old was DJ Rez?
Who?
How old was DJ Red, yo?
Who?
All right, never mind.
Never mind. It's the everything.
Talking about Tony Reds, man.
Oh, I had something. Tony Reds was like, I want to say like about
He wasn't that
44,
old.
45.
Yeah, he wasn't that old.
Damn. But that goes to show you, man, stress, all that shit, like the shit that, like one thing I can always say too, we also promote unhealthy lifestyles. You can't drink all that champagne and that liquor and shit every day, and you doing it big. That shit ain't working.
Facts.
Smoking cigars and shit like they going out of style. Everybody want to be a boss doing unhealthy shit. I mean, I figured one of the things about being a boss is your longevity. You know what I'm saying? Because you also showing people that you can maintain what you have for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, boss do boss things. So you can't be a boss, yo. You can't be there to run your shit.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, he was 45. He had a heart attack.
Yeah, man.
Damn, sorry to hear that. Damn.
Something else.
Gotta be stress free out this bitch, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Stop stressing. Stress is a killer, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
That's another thing about this list. Stress relief list. You got all this stuff in order. Trust me, you won't have a whole lot of stress in your life.
Yeah.
Look, I have my stress relief.
You know what though? I would say the ultimate stress relief is to not do stressful shit.
Come on.
Like, think about it like this. Now, I'm just gonna say in terms of criminal activity, but not on the street level. Let's just say the mobs when they were at their height doing what they were doing back in the 40s, 50s and shit, right? Or whatever. Like, think about this.
Mm-hmm.
They acquired a lot of wealth, and the way that they handled their beef was strictly based on really like just them. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I'm not saying no innocent bystanders got hurt, but my thing is like they went directly at each other in certain ways. Now, that's something that's understood with inside of that culture. Like, that's just what they do. That's what it is. However, whatever. But when you start doing things in a manner as far as for like, that's just the way of life, and is no real cause behind it per se, other than getting some racks. I mean, I mean, it's because I think it's a difference. Like, when you look at things from a mob perspective, they were actually really community, you know what I'm saying, religion paying, politician paying, like they was doing shit on those scales. So if you're not really doing anything, you know what I'm saying, like I mean, I hate to even try to make it seem like that's the thing to do, but my thing, I'm just saying, like, it's no purpose for a lot of shit that be going on, is what I'm trying to say. It's just bullshit at the end of the day, man. Like, you want to live stress free, so why even involve you? What I'm saying is, don't involve yourself in shit that you're not ready to take the consequences for real. You can't really blame nobody for snitching and shit when you throw things on YouTube and you talk about how many ops you done killed, and you know what I'm saying, and how many drugs, how much drugs you sold, or you gonna put this amount of money on somebody's head. Like, when you do that, you know what I'm saying, like that right there. I mean, you can say, well, that's the life I live. That's fine for you, but at the end of the day, it's like, do you really want to live that way? That's why I'm saying, like, I really want to do something, you know what I mean? Like, just be like, yo, like, really, like, is drugs a trend? Is drugs trending? Like is killing, like the violence, is that a trend? Like, are those the two things to do? Because as we evolve as a community, those two things are supposed to drop off to show that we are evolving. So how can we evolve if we still got drugs and violence in the community? Like, I don't understand that part.
We're not going to. As long as we continue glorifying it, it's not going to change. So that's why I always ask the question: when is it going to not be cool anymore to kill somebody in your verses? Like,
yeah, I mean, god damn.
Like,
I mean, when
are we gonna make the change?
Yeah,
They don't even like listen to that nonsense.
It's starting to become, it really, it's now at this point for me, it is really, really demonic.
I mean, it was demonic from the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really say that, y'all, because once again, hip hop always had it, but it was the way that it was projected. Once again, hip hop is a street culture. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't. I mean, it's
So
always had something.
so that's the thing. Like talking to my uncle, he's from the Bronx, and he's talking about his journey with hip hop. You know, and learning that hip hop is way more than just music. It's more than a song. It's a culture. So the way you dress. You know, he's talking about the
Yep.
crews back in the day. They would come to the spot and they be dancing against your dance crews and they rapping, they're doing everything, they're doing graffiti, all that encompasses what hip hop used to be.
Five elements. Yep.
Yeah, it was an expression back then. Now these guys, you're looking at it as a get rich quick scheme from what I'm looking at.
Yep.
And so we're doing so they're promoting a bunch of nonsense that the prison industrial complex is looking to push to continue putting black men inside of those walls
Yep.
and locking them up so that they can get cheap slave labor out of them. And because as we all know, I don't know if you all know, but the top executives in music are heavily invested into the prison industry. And how do they keep their money flowing in prisons is by keeping people in prison. And they do that by pushing this music
Yep.
that keeps people in prison. Because at the end of the day, I implore anybody to go out there and go to any website for any of the major labels. Go to Universal, Atlanta, any of them, doesn't matter. You're gonna see there are some artists that you know, but there are hundreds of other people that are signed to labels.
Mm-hmm.
There are thousands and thousands of artists out here, and a lot of them are putting out really good music. But you'll see that the ones they push, you notice the ones that they push are the ones that promote drugs, promote sex, promote violence,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a reason for that. But us as producers, we can make that change within ourselves. From what we do, but also as on the consumer side of things, we don't have to listen to that nonsense. And I don't.
Hey,
I don't even like recording it. Like I don't even record it and mix it anymore.
I know that's right, God. Hey, let me remember. All right, so we start off with number 2, right? Like know yourself and all that. Be honest with yourself. Now watch this. How people be like how people say music is just music and shit. For those people that think that, I'm gonna show you how powerful it is for us. Watch this shit. How many niggas was rocking beards before Rick Ross came out?
Just Philly niggas.
Where Rick Ross from?
Philly.
Rick Ross not from Philly.
Not from Philly, Miami.
From
Miami. Now, the only people that rock beards like that are Muslims.
Mm.
Now, that's why a great majority of the gods of Philly rock the beard. So, you know what I'm saying? Peace to them gods. But when I start seeing a high influx of niggas rocking beards, yo, I was like, the only person I could contribute that to, because there's nothing new underneath the sun, but it was Rick Ross. Rick Ross made it cool for niggas to rock the beards. So it's this, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, think about it. You got women that want to be like Beyonce, so they try to buy clothes and stuff so people can say, girl, look, you look like Beyonce. So I'm just saying, like, let's be fucking real with the whole thing. Like, this is how our people, you know what I'm saying, do. Like, we become the entertainer. That's why I'm telling people, like, the culture for the American black in the United States, I have to say it, yo, it is entertainment, yo. Because it started off like that during slavery time as well. We've always been entertainment, yo. We've always been entertainers. And it just so happens, you know what I'm saying? This is the crazy part. Some people when some type of terrorist events have happened in the past, a lot of people, they wasn't really looking towards the politicians to hear what they had to say. Niggas want to know what Ja Rule had to say.
Where's Ja? Somebody get Ja Rule on the phone so I can make sense of all this.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but that's some true shit. Like, we are misdirected, yo.
Yeah.
So I mean, when it comes to knowing yourself, like we have to do a detach and a cleanse for real, yo.
Yeah. 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 So we need
Ain't
leaders.
You ain't no Muslim, yo, and you rocking the beard of a Muslim, yo.
I can dig that.
I'm just saying.
I
Can't
dig
say it's African because I didn't see too many dudes in Africa rocking no beards and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
I can
I'm
dig
not
it.
saying he don't exist, but you know, I'm just saying at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Girl, you look
Is
like
it-
Beyonce.
Music's coming on. Are we winding down? Oh wow.
Light
Time
skinned
check.
niggas walking around trying to dress like Drake and shit.
1 hour, 15 minutes.
1:15 into the live.
1:16.
Yeah, we about to get him
Cover.
out of here and shit.
Thank everybody for coming through.
Yeah, look in the mirror.
Appreciate
You
you.
are you. You are not Beyonce.
That's
You are not
hilarious.
Rick Ross. You ain't Drake. You ain't Kanye West. You're
Just
you.
Make
Be
sure you're on
yourself.
YouTube. Please do us a favor, like and subscribe. I know you can do it.
Yeah.
I know you can do it. Welcome to the you're in the part.
Everything talk show.
Everything.
Free yourself from your past relationship. Go stream the Majestic right now. Show's over. What y'all waiting on? Go,
Yeah.
Go get that.
go right now. You have no more time left.
Yeah.
It's gonna be over before it even hits 1, and you don't know when I'm going to do it. I'm telling you, we're giving you a choice.